So I'm getting ready to go live. All right, all right. This is Adelai Brown, your heart coach, and we're getting ready to go live and do heart talk. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video if it helps you in any way and share it with anyone that you know could benefit from it. All right, all right. It's 11:31, and you are tuned into Heart Connections with your heart coach, Adelai Brown, on your community station with international inspiration, KineticHiFi.com. I just want to take a moment to shout out everybody with Kinetic Hi-Fi because this is a great station, and I just want to send love to everybody. LJ, Dr. Castle, Ramsey, Jabarier, Crystal, it's Apostle Siobhan. We have some more people coming on too, but for now, those are just the names that I can think of. And if I left you out, please forgive me. But I just know God is doing some great things. And I just want to take this time to shout out everyone. It is time for us to get started with Heart Talk. Heart Talk is the talk portion of our show. This is where we come to renew our minds and restore our hearts. And I am so thankful for this time. This segment is brought to you by my new book, Help Save Me from My Broken Heart, Your Journey to Living and Loving Again. And you can pre-order your copy at theheartconnections.com, theheartconnections.com. We're talking about the current events, the what is it called? I should have looked it up. What is it called when you say the who, what, when, where, why, and how? What is something that is called? And I'll look that up. I'll have it for the next segment, I promise. But we are talking about since today is Work It Out Wisdom Wednesday, we are talking about the who, what, when, where, why, and how of you. In the first segment of Heart Talk, we talked about who are you and what are you? And I challenged you to really think about who you are. Because the problem with the thing is, many times when people think, who are you? Who am I? They go to the what they are. Oh, who are you? Well, I'm a mother, or I'm a wife, I'm a husband, I'm a business owner. No, that's what you are. Who are you? So I hope you're still thinking about that. And if you're listening in, I want to encourage you. You can catch me live on YouTube. You can go to the Heart Connections page, the channel at bit.ly/Heart Connections. Or you can also catch me live on my Facebook page on Adelai Brown. Or you can go to the Heart Connections on Facebook and catch me live there. So we talked about the who and the what. So now we're talking about the when and the where. So once you figure out who you are and what you are who you are. And because you are who you can be what you are. Okay. That's why you can be what you are. Now let's go into when and where. When are you going to be who you're supposed to be? That's the question I want to know. When are you going to be who you're supposed to be? When are you going to do it? When is going to be the right time for you to live your life to the fullest, to its fullest potential? When is going to be the right time for you to be okay with being you, unapologetically, not trying to clean up and look pretty and sound a certain way, act a certain way, talk a certain way, be a certain way to please or to fit into the norms of society to meet the status quo? When are you going to be who God created you to be? I know you know what you are, and many of the whats are things that you've chosen for yourself. But now I want to know if you know who you are. I mean, when you're going to be who you're supposed to be. And I'm going to give you an example with me. When I started this journey, I think it's hard to really, everything was building on each other, on itself ever since I gave my life to Christ back in 2003. 2003. But I think when I started watching the Super Soul Sunday and the master's class that Oprah was doing on the OWN network, it really started to shift something in me. Shout out to Oprah and those master's classes. Go check them out on YouTube. I mean, there were all kind of people: Reba McEntire, Sidney Poitier, Alicia Keys. I mean, it was just such a wide range of people, different backgrounds, different things that they'd gone through. Goldie Hawn. I mean, just so many different people. But what I noticed was there were there was a similar tune that was going and humming through each and every story. There were certain things that these people had to do. And it was a time that they realized that what they thought they were was not who they were. And they had to come to a space when they had to make a decision that they were going to be who they were and they were going to put it all out there no matter what, unapologetically. Cindy Poitier talked about coming from, I think he's Cuban or Haitian, and coming into Miami and not having much, and how he had to just put it all out there. And it takes you past the titles you may have. See, so many of us get caught up on titles. Well, I'm the CEO of this, or I am the owner of this, or I am the author of this, or I am the I'm a life coach, or I am a judge, or I am a lawyer, or whatever the case you may be. And I'm not minimizing your title and what it took to get into that, but what you are is not who you are. There's a who that drove you to be that person. If you're a mother, that might be what you are, but there's a who behind being the mother. And I want to know, when are you going to be that who? When are you going to push yourself past what you think you're supposed to be? When are you going to do what you need to do? And then the next thing is, where are you going to do it? See, the problem is many of us think that in order for us to be great, we have to be known and seen by a lot of people. That is so far from the truth. The problem is many of us don't want to be great. We're not experiencing greatness in our life because we're trying to be great outside and we're neglecting our homes. We're neglecting our insides. We're neglecting who we are. We're neglecting who God called us to be. We're neglecting our wives. We're neglecting our children. We're neglecting our husbands. We're neglecting our parents because we're trying to save the world. It's easier to deal with people outside, people who don't really know you, people who you don't have to deal with, than it is for you to deal with people who you can't so easily get away from, or who know you a little better than you may like. But what I'm saying today is, when are you going to be who you're supposed to be, and where are you going to do it? We talked about all of the reasons why maybe you can't do that. You know, I see a lot of people. I heard a friend of mine, shout out to Avonda Molin, evangelist Avonda Molin. She was talking about bossing up. And I see a lot of people bossing up on the surface. I see a lot of people achieving high heights and gaining new accolades and adding things to their resume. But what I don't see is a lot of people growing emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Yeah, intellectually, they're gaining a lot more knowledge. But what good is the knowledge if you don't know how to apply it? That's why this is working out wisdom. And that's what I get with like our social media, our Facebook scholars, especially people who like to tell me I'm crazy for believing in Jesus and stuff. And they got all of this knowledge, all of this stuff off of social media with not much backing from it and stuff. And I'm not minimizing you where you are, but whatever. And, you know, it's like, okay, you got all of that. What are you going to do with it? Okay, you don't believe in him. So what do you believe in? What are you going to do with it? Who are you? Okay, you don't believe in them, but who are you, and what are you going to do with who you are? Where are you going to do that what, and when are you going to do that what? we have to get past this. And I really, I'm especially my believers, my brothers and sisters in Christ. I am blessed and highly favored in the Lord, and I'm this and I'm that. But then you don't want to talk to people who don't look like you. You don't want to sit next to somebody who might not smell so good. But Jesus saved you and he loved you. I'm just saying, who are you? When are you going to be that who? And where are you going to be that who? Because where I am right now in life, I was just having this conversation, y'all. And I'm gonna keep talking about this because we are all on this journey together. That's what I love about this book. It's your journey to living and loving again. And we are doing this journey together. But what I have realized is the more I cry out to God, especially as I go through some of the things that I go through to move this movement along. Shout out to I see, look at my sister Rachel. Hey Rachel, and my wanna thank y'all for the encouragement. We're getting this going. But as I move this movement along, I've been like really, really pushing because I've been challenged with all of my insecurities and fears just coming at me to slow me down and to stop me. And I have to think about it. If I am who I say I am, and I say that I am a child of God, I am here for a purpose to do what it is that God has called me to do. From that who, there's a what. In that who, now I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I'm an author, I'm a coach, I'm a friend, I'm a sister, I'm all of those things. When are you that? Where are you that, Adelaide? So do you just get on social media and do this hard coaching thing, but you go home and you treat your kids like trash? Huh? Like what type, when are you doing this? Where are you doing this, Adelaide? These are questions we have to ask ourselves. And many of us, especially those believers, where I was going with that, we hide behind the blood instead of using the blood to set us free. And we need to be set free so that we can be where we need to be when we need to be there. It's not always going to be convenient. It's not always going to feel good. It's not always going to smell good. It's not always going to look good. When you have to be yourself unapologetically, it's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you something. It's going to force you to pull away from the norms of society. It's going to force you to it's going to force you to really get clear about what's important and what's not important. It's going to force you to see how valuable your time is. When are you going to be who you're supposed to be? And where are you going to be that? Are you going to be it even when it makes you and other people uncomfortable? Are you going to be it even if it causes you to get ostracized and you may have to stand alone and do it all by yourself? Like, this is what I need you to think about. I'm getting past I'm getting past the point because it's tough of caring about what people have to say. I do care. And there's certain times we should care about what people have to say, but not when it gets in the way of you being who you're supposed to be, doing what you're supposed to do, where you're supposed to be doing it, and when you're supposed to be doing it. And that's wisdom. That's true wisdom. And we need to work out that wisdom. That's why this is Work It Out Wisdom Wednesday with your heart coach. And I have made a commitment, y'all, that I'm gonna do this until the day I die. This is a focus. This is a part of my who. But we have to be clear. When are you going to do it? Where are you going to do it? Think about it. This has been Heart Talk with your heart coach, Adelai Brown.